Wow. Hello. That's weird. This is weird. This is weird, right? This is weird. Okay. So, February of 2012 is the last time that I uploaded to this YouTube channel. Hi. Hello. um where have I been? Where have you been? What have we been doing with our lives? This is a great conversation to have over coffee that I waited in line at Starbucks for 30 minutes for. Okay. 2012, I graduated high school. I went to Amarillo, Texas, the panhandle of Texas, that piece at the top of Texas. I went to college there for like a year and a half, and then I dropped out to pursue a very bad relationship. A very bad relationship. I so I don't even know where to start. So that school had like an orientation that you had to go to, and my dumbass meets one person and starts getting into a serious relationship day one of college. And so much was wrong with that relationship. Like, I don't even know how to explain. There was a point where they went to jail. There was drugs. There was emotional abuse. It was so bad. There was a point in my life where I threw something at someone in my kitchen. Like, who is that? That's not me. So I started college, immediately got into a very serious relationship. It lasted about 2 years long. Within the first 6 months of being in this relationship, I found out that my partner at the time was severely addicted to K2, which is a synthetic marijuana. Started off legal, sold in like gas stations, and then very quickly became not legal because people go blind. People die their first hit of that stuff. Like, it's crazy. They were not okay. They had been struggling with that addiction since they were 16. Now at that point, I think 18. And that was a really stressful time for me, fresh into a new part of my life and jumping into this crazy, intense relationship and giving up everything. Like, I stopped making YouTube videos. I stopped going to work. I stopped going to school. I tried to lie my way into passing a bunch of classes at the end of the semester. It didn't work. I didn't get kicked out of school. I ended up dropping out of school because I put myself in this weird position of being this person's excuse. Let's be real. I allowed them to mishandle our relationship and explain away everything that was wrong and blaming me. Like I was doing this, like I was the clingy girlfriend, I was the partner that didn't want them to do anything that was against my wishes, things like that. And I let that happen even though it totally wasn't true. And I watched them go through an addiction at, how old was I? Like 17, 18 years old. And that was a really interesting experience in my life. I don't know where I would be now without it. I know that I was going to school for psychology and was only like interested. I was only more interested in the position, in the job, in the fucking degree after that experience. And I, flash forward, ended up running away and moving to Dallas, Texas, which is where I lied to people and said that I was going to go to the Art Institute. I did not do that. Not even a little bit. I worked at IHOP overnight and then at Hobby Lobby during the day for 2 months straight, living in my friend's bedroom because they said that they were going to clean up their guest room, but they didn't because they didn't actually think that I was coming. So they didn't clean it, and they said I could clean it myself, and I guess didn't want to do that. So I slept in their room when they were at work, and then they slept because we had opposite schedules. Like, they were sleeping when I was at work and I was sleeping while they were at work, so we just shared a room. And that was 2 months, and then I ran away again. Common theme, running away from your problems. Whee! I moved back to Amarillo, Texas, where I immediately started dating because that was the smartest thing to do. So I started dating this person within the first 3-ish months of being back. I got my own apartment. I was hanging out with my friends. I got a job back at Hallmark, the card store. Woo! And I was just struggling. Like, I was working a lot and I was doing a lot, and then I met this person who I now know was not a good person. But at the time, they bullied me to the point where I went back to school, which was ultimately a good thing. I completed my degree. They pushed me to continue my degree. They pushed me to do all sorts of stuff, all sorts of things. They helped me when I was getting my first job. They helped after out of college. They helped me when I was struggling. They helped me when I had a cancer scare, but they also bullied me a lot. They not only bullied me into doing all those positive things, but they bullied me into hating myself. And that was a 5-year-long stint of just watching myself get so low that I didn't recognize myself anymore. I gained a lot of weight, which is fine. I, judged everything that I did in their eyes. Like, what would they think? Why would they would judge me for this, so why would I do that? Things like that. And it was so severe that, I would stay up at night sometimes crying, and they would just turn over and, pretend I wasn't crying and go to sleep while I was bawling. And it was, it slowly became a daily thing. It became, an everyday hate gen brigade. And I never ever saw myself so low. I was doing all of these accomplishments. I had a degree, I had a great job, I was getting my master's, I was overcoming other things that were going on. I was doing so much, but at the end of the day, I didn't see any of that. I saw that they didn't like me. I saw that they judged me and wanted me to feel lower than them. And that was my experience with the narcissist. I left them after 5 years of being scared to do so. And I found myself in streaming. I am a Twitch streamer. I am a Twitch affiliate. It's been a year and a few months since I started streaming. I started streaming October of 2020, and I haven't looked back. It has been honestly the best thing that I have ever done. It is so empowering. I have changed so much as a person. I've gained weight and I haven't hated myself because I am beautiful. We do affirmations at the end of every stream. We do all sorts of stuff, and it is honestly probably something that saved me from someone who I thought I was turning into. And I thought I was not worthy, and I thought I wasn't important, and I thought that, sometimes I can't believe I did that to myself. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of extenuating circumstances and a lot of outside influence, and I can't blame myself for everything, but oh boy, blaming myself. I have been streaming, and it has been fucking wonderful. It has been really, really great. I have met so many people. I have done so much, and I mean, I have found a partner who I have been with for almost 2 years through Twitch as well. I started a Dungeons and Dragons channel called Fateful Encounters, which is no longer at this point, and I'll explain that in a minute. My channel raided his channel, which is QuestVault. They stream on Fridays right now, but I think that's going to be changing to Tuesdays pretty soon. And I saw him and was like, that is a cute person. And we started talking, and push comes to shove, we started being together, and it was great. Well, is great. We're still together. And he is just a fucking sweetheart. I have never met someone in my life who is so passionate and so interesting and funny, and I love him. He's great. He's great. My streaming has been wonderful, and Fateful Encounters has unfortunately come to a close. I started it, and we had all of our stuff on this channel. Ha! When we started Fateful Encounters, I gave my channel, this one, away to Fateful Encounters. I deleted everything, which I regret a little bit. I regret that because there are so many times in my life where I just want to look at old pictures, or I go down a spiral of watching videos from 12 years ago. Like, I'm disappointed that I deleted everything so that I could better a new channel. But lessons learned, not happening anymore. And with that, we uploaded all of our stuff from streams on here, and you guys have probably been seeing that stuff. And I'm going to keep a few of them, but not all of them. I'll keep the stuff that I'm in, I think. I'm not sure yet. Maybe it's all gone. I don't know. I don't know what to do with it, but Fateful Encounters has expunged. It is now 2 separate channels. My channel, which is FeywildAndOut, which is the fucking cutest name ever. And then their channel, which is now Playotic. We had differences of opinions and differences of creative wants and things for the stream, and communication issues, you know, typical breakup stuff. But it worked out for the better, because we're gonna have this fucking amazing channels for both of us, and I'm really excited for everyone and their new adventures, and I hope it's for the best for everyone. I am really happy and excited about where we are right now. I'm excited about our upcoming streams. FeywildAndOut is going to start streaming, I think, at the end of January, and I am going to continue streaming. I am also going to be joining QuestVault, where my partner streams. As I said earlier, they're going to be moving to Tuesdays soon, and so am I. I'm going to be joining them. I believe that's going to start kind of April, May, and that'll be really exciting. So that means I'm going to have 2 D&D games a week that are streamed, and then I'm also going to have 1 personal D&D game every month, 1 personal D&D game that I play in every other week. Oh my gosh, 2 personal D&D games that I play in every other week. Wow, that is so much D&D. But it's my favorite game, and honestly, D&D has saved my life. That's a conversation for another video, and this was an convoluted conversation about where I've been forever. Since 2012. In 2012, I uploaded every single day in February, called Fantastic February. I just wanted to start a thing. And I immediately stopped uploading anything after that and went to college and changed my life. And I have changed my life so many times since then. My life has changed at least 3 or 4 times, and right now my life has changed again. I was working, and with COVID and everything that was happening, I moved to working from home, and I moved to California from Colorado. I think I skipped that part of my life in my story here. Right after college, I moved to Colorado. And then moved to California and to be with my partner. And it was great. We spent an entire year. Our first year of our relationship was spent 100% together indoors, which is very interesting because we got very used to each other's company, which is fine and fair, and he's wonderful, so it was fine. I mean, obviously there's days where you're going to be like, don't fucking talk to me, but it's just how it goes. And then I was told by my employer that I had to move back to Colorado because they were thinking about coming back to the office after like a year at being at home. And so they kind of gave me an ultimatum. They said, you can find a new job or you can move back. And I was like, well, I guess we're moving back. So my partner lovingly wanted to come with me, and we both moved here with another individual who lives in the apartment. And it's been good. It's been good. I like it. But about 2 months after we moved back, I got fired. Oh my God. I got fired for the first time in my life. Fired from a job. I never thought that I would be in that position. I never thought that that would happen to me. But it did, and I lost my job. It was very quick. I had, without breaking any laws of confidentiality, I had a couple clients who had some issues that I didn't catch, and some people in the office caught them, and it was my fault instead of it being the client's fault. Not that we should fault the clients, but I don't think I should have been fired, but it's not a big deal. It's fine. I mean, it is a big deal. It's a huge deal. So I've been jobless for 3.5 months now. And I've just been streaming and applying to jobs daily and trying my goddamn best. And it's been interesting. It's been fun, but it's also been really sad. I've been trying my best to be my best. I've been trying my best to remain positive and not lose motivation in streaming, and not lose motivation in looking for jobs, and not losing motivation in myself. There's a lot of days where I just sit around like an actual bump on a log and just wallow, but I mean, everyone needs days to do that. I am grateful that my partner has a job and is willing to cover for most everything. I'm on unemployment for the first time in my life, and that's been very helpful. But yeah, so that's been an adventure to be going through right now. But what it has gotten me is closer with my community, that we hang out in my Discord all the time, and you're invited as well if you'd like to. I'll post the link down below. We do stuff almost every day. We're watching TV shows, we're watching movies, we're playing games all the time. We have planned events, we have book clubs, we have all sorts of stuff. It is truly like home. It's so nice, and I love being there. I feel like I've been talking a lot. But I also feel like I haven't talked about very much at all. I feel like I should put all of my thoughts into a book, a notebook, so that I can make videos about all the topics. Because talking about being in long-term negative or abusive relationships is a big topic that I have, that I can chat about, and I think that I want to do that in separate videos. I'm also planning on writing a book about my experience in my 5-year abusive relationship. Title to be determined, content to be determined. I just know that I want to write a book, and this year I'm going to start that. I know that I want to talk about streaming, but not in a context of like help videos. I just kind of want to talk about my experience with it and what I know and what I like about it, what I don't like about it, things like that. That could be a video. I could talk about fucking stickers. I could talk about Elgato Stream Deck. I could talk about, I'm just looking at my desk. I can talk about Gardetto original recipe chips. I could talk about Charlie's Philly steaks. I could talk about... Yeah, so anyway, what I want to do this year is start vlogging again. That was something that I used to love doing when I was young. I did it almost every day. I made videos. I spent so much time learning how to edit. I did so much editing, and they were really bad, but they were fun. And it was fun for me, and it was a good memory. I wanted to get an audio video technology degree in at like the Art Institute or something like Sale, but I went and got a science degree instead. That's also a story. I could talk about why I didn't go and pursue my dreams and went ahead and did my backup dream, which turned out to not be my dream because I'm leaving. I'm trying to change careers. That's a story as well. So yeah, I could talk about so many things. I could talk about how I'm obsessed with slime right now. No one would be fucking interested in that, Jen, please. I'm hopeful. I'm trying to make more YouTube specific content since all I do really is stream and then have those videos edited down and put them on my Jen is Online account. And then I also upload the entire VODs for all my streams on Jen is Archived. So if someone wants to see like an entire stream, break and everything, they can go and find that there. But I will post links. I don't know how YouTube works anymore. I'll put them somewhere. Maybe they'll be on screen. Maybe they'll be below. I don't know. I'm also thinking about making a Jen is Quiet ASMR channel. I don't know. Like, I have so many ideas. I have always been like a jack of all trades type individual, interested in so many things and also nothing. Like, what do you do? I don't know, nothing. But then at the end of the day, I do everything. You know how it goes. I'm thankful and I'm happy and I'm feeling good and I'm trying to step out and try new things and really dive into the content creation aspect of life. And I, at the same time, trying to look for a job. That could be another discussion as well. So many ideas. Thank you for listening. This is my first vlog of 2022. The first vlog since 2012. And the one of many. And I hope to see you there and then and in the future. It was lovely to talk to you. I didn't drink a sip out of this coffee, even though I said that this would be a great conversation to have over coffee. I suck.